Greetings to the family. This is the moment of truth and natural wisdom. Yeah. I decided to share with you guys some deep wisdom concerning the reasons why I've been sharing my videos about flying. Everything that I share here has a reason behind it. Yeah, so our whole life is basically like flying. I have this here on my little board, right? That I will use to explain. Alright, this is the concept of life. Our whole life is like flying an airplane. Everybody want to fly up high, but you cannot fly forever. You see what I'm saying? You cannot be beautiful forever. You cannot be healthy forever. You cannot stay up there forever. You will have to come down at some point. Coming down is necessary for all of us. You see what I'm saying? If you fly, you know the reasons why it is always important to come down. Sometimes if you are in the airplane, you are even praying that the pilot will land safely so that you can go home. That is how your life is. All of us will have to come down at some point. Now, our life is in 3 stages or 3 phases. The 3 phases, you have the portion of your life when you want to climb. You start by crawling. You were born, you crawl, and you walk. Not everybody is even able to walk. Not everybody is even able to climb. So you should try as much as possible to plan your life in such a way that it's going to follow the normal distribution curve. You climb, you get up, and then while you are up, you make decisions as to when you are coming down. Overflow. What you say? Overflow. You cannot fly forever. Unya could do top of her. Overflow. And then coming down, you see me sharing. Most of the time I share takeoff and landings. I try not to share in between that much. Most of the time I show taking off and landing. It takes a lot of skills to be able to climb, and it takes a lot of skills. It's even much difficult bringing airplane down than taking the airplane up in the sky. That's what I'm saying. But the preparation from climbing, preparation on the ground, your preparation before you get up there will determine whether you're gonna come down smooth and safe. So in each of these 3 phases in your life, or in each of these 3 stages in flying, there will always be a checklist in your life. It's a checklist in every stage. On the ground checklist, taking off checklist, cruising checklist, descending checklist. Sometimes we forget that we as human beings, there will be a time that we will be coming down, so we get complacent. I talk to people all the time that I realize, you know me already, a lot of people call me and we speak about life and all of that, but one thing that I found out is some people denying the fact that they will be coming down at some point. If I am speaking with them and I look at their age and I know that definitely they are at the point that they are supposed to be thinking about coming down, but this is the time that they are trying to stay. They want to stay somewhere, or they want to climb more. Here is an airplane. You see what I'm saying? Climbing on the probability distribution curve. That's why I always tell you that life is mathematics. To understand mathematics, life becomes very easy for you. That's why I always talk about mathematics. Now, in order to climb, stage 1 is climbing. You prepare yourself, you do your checklist, everything, pre-flight, weather forecast and everything. Then you know that the wind is coming from the east, right? So you are taking off into the wind. The wind is going to help you fly. Without the wind, you cannot. We design airplane, the wing shape, airfoil, on the principle of pressure differentials between the bottom and the top of the wing. Everything is revolving around the wind, but you are taking off facing the wind. You see what I'm saying? Now the same wind that will help you fly, you have to fight against the wind to get up. So in this life, nothing will be easy. If you want the easy way to succeed, you are lying to yourself. You are not being fair to yourself. If you want the easy way out, you will fail. You will definitely fail. You can never succeed if you want the easy way out. The wind will help the airplane fly. But in order to take off, you have to take off and fight the wind. You take off into the wind. You don't want the wind to be pushing your tail. You have to face the wind. That's how you develop climbing. You climb very well. So I'm saying, so this wind is fighting you and you are fighting. So in paying focus, you say obra or kon. You see what I'm saying? Obra or kon. You fight the wind and you take off. Now you are not done. That is even your first stage, your initial stage of success. You have to fight against something. You have to fight against obstacles that will help you rise up. Yes, that's what it is. There may be obstacles on the runway. There may be trees that you have to clear. And while you are climbing, you don't want to climb too quick. If you climb too quick, you will fall down. That's why you see some people, they want the easy way out. They are rushing in life. So they want to climb quick and they fall back down. That's why they stall. They might die. We all know some of our friends that are not with us anymore because maybe they were rushing too much in life. They forgot to take the normal route. They were trying to do something different. They were taking some path that they were not supposed to. They didn't follow the proper route, so they are no more with us. Some of them died in accidents. It's all part of the crashing. They were trying to climb by all means possible without paying a closer attention to the consequences. You see what I'm saying? So now you understand the reasons why I always post taking off and landing my airplane all the time. Whenever I take trips and I have my camera, I record and I post taking off and landing for the most part. I'm trying to share with you some hidden knowledge pertaining to life. But today is the time to explain. Yes, so you are taking off facing the wind to rise up. There are obstacles, there are trees, so many things. Now, at the same time, you are coordinating. You have to coordinate yourself. You have to make sure that you are maintaining your heading. You are not drifting left or right. You are staying focused in life. During the time of climbing, it's not the time of taking so much or too many information. You have to stay focused. Sometimes so many people will try to advise you. You have to know what is right. You have to. That's why you want as long as you have your checklist or checklist, yeah, Egado, so you know that this is what I'm supposed to do according to my checklist, and then you will stay focused. This is not the time to be distracted. What you say? This is not the time. Wadam for be school so your exams now they climb, but wadam for be see part. This is not the time for parties. Nothing should be distracting you at this point because you are seriously taking off and you are climbing because you have a purpose, you have a goal, you have a destination. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah. All right. So you coordinate yourself so that you are not drifting left or right. You are staying on course. No deviation. That's what I'm saying. Now, you have been able to climb up. Now, when you are climbing, it's the reason why it is difficult is that you are close to the ground, differential heating of the earth, you are bouncing all over the place. But even in the gusty wind, you are still staying focused and maintaining coordination, because if you lose your coordination, you can spin and crash. Stay focused. Now you have passed through all of this, you get to your cruise attitude. Once you get to your cruise attitude, life is easy and smooth. The first thing that you have to do is to focus on your cruising checklist. Your cruising checklist is to make sure that while you were climbing, nothing hurt your airplane. Everything is good. Your engine instruments, everything, the airplane is in good condition. Now it is time to get the power back. Once you were climbing, you have a lot of energy to climb. That is how life is. Sometime when we were climbing, we have a lot of energy to climb, a lot of training, a lot of schooling, so that you're going to be strong and educated and climb up to your destination. Your destination might be to earn a very lucrative job, a good job, get you a good salary, or whatever, and better life. So now you reach your cruising attitude, you are done with your cruising checklist. Here is when most people become complacent. They have their job. Now they have support because they have been able to make friends through schooling. They make a lot of connections and all of that. So if you compare your support from your friends, it is more like having autopilot in your airplane that can take some of the workload, and then all you have to do is just stay back and relax. This is when maybe you are the boss in your company. You are the supervisor at your job because you have been climbing up. Now you are taking leadership roles, so now you are the boss. This is when you become complacent. Maybe or your boss in the time or pen or kodrima, you don't want to show up to work on time because you feel he is the boss. You don't want to put in too much effort. You don't want to do anything because he is the boss. You become complacent. Most people become complacent during the cruising stage of life. They have support from friends. They have support from people that they are supervising, people that they control. So they don't put in too much. They don't care at this point because they have seen it all. They have been able to endure all the obstacles. So now they are complacent. They are chilling. Now they don't do it. All they do is to party, drinking and all of that. They and someone party. A year can see and somebody can see. What do you say? But they forget that this is the time that they are comfortable. It is the time to also complete their landing checklist ahead of time. Take a peek at what is ahead of them. So Bible says, remember thy creator in your youth. Kairo Bofo or Mantibrim. What do you say? So this is when you have to balance things. You see what I'm saying? This is when you have to do checks and balances, because the most difficult part of flying the airplane is to land, is to come down and land the airplane. The most difficult part of your life is when you are coming down as well, because at this point you are no more the same in terms of health. You are not energetic as before, and most people at this level are around their 60s, not a lot of energy, so if you spend all your money during your comfort zone on a party, You spend all your money drinking. You spend all your money unnecessarily without investment. You know, the time that you are at your 60s or 70s, maybe 65, and you are coming down, you will not be able to land. You will crash. And remember, you will not be able to stay up forever. The airplane will say they can fly. You cannot fly forever in the sky. Your fuel will be empty. Once your fuel tanks are empty, it is time to crash. So you don't want your fuel tanks to go empty. You don't want anything to go wrong before you prepare for an emergency landing checklist. So all you have to do is, since you know that you will definitely have to come down, you come down smoothly. That is how you see people clapping for the pilot when they land safely on the runway. You see people clapping at the back of the airplane. Is what I'm saying? Yes, because they follow all the principles checklist. So your life, we have some seniors among us, some old people among us in their 60s, in their 70s, and we celebrate them because they knew all of this concept. They knew when to save, they knew when to party, they knew when to drink, they knew when to support other people, they knew when to mentor other people, because they have been there. Some people got them there. They started from the ground, and they know that definitely they will definitely have to come to the ground. So they also make themselves ready, because during the time that you were descending down in life, you might not have your friends with you, you might not have your family. Some of your friends at the age of 60, 65, 70s, some of your friends are already dead. Some of your family members are already gone. You may even be one of the oldest in your family that people are looking up to. You are not coming down because you did something wrong. You are coming down because that is how your life is being structured. That is the nature of your life. That is human nature. You have to definitely come down. You cannot stay up forever. Since you knew this ahead of time, you prepared. So as you are coming down, you landed safely, and people are now using your life. Your experiences are as lessons to other people who will also want to follow the same footsteps, the same path, the same example. You are now an example because you did it the right way. You see what I'm saying? Yes. Your children will believe in you. Why? Because they are also starting their life. They don't want to be, your children can never stay with you forever. You see what I'm saying? Your family will never be with you forever. You should have to know all of this. So at this point in life, when you were descending down, is when you are also lonely. You see what I'm saying? This is loneliness. You don't want to descend too fast. If you descend too quick, you crash. You don't want to climb too quick. If you climb too quick, you crash. You stall and you crash. You don't want to descend too quick. If you descend too quick, you might not be able to clear some obstacles. You crash. So steady climb, steady descent. That is the nature of your life. What you say? Now as you are coming down, you are looking to face the wind, land into the wind, smooth and safe. So you get up with your breath, you get down with your breath. Because I'm taking my last breath before I will go. So the nature is very, very powerful. But if you understand maths, if you love mathematics, you understand what I'm talking about. And that is exactly what it is. We use politicians as an example. They will do everything. Somebody will be in politics for about 10 years. They struggle to win election. They will never win. They will win election for maybe just 4 years, and then they will lose, and then they will go back. That was too quick, because maybe they did something wrong. They forgot to follow some checklist. What I say, there are some politicians too. It's time for them to just retire and go back home, because of what they did for the people that they were serving. People are now using them as an example. People love what they did. You see what I'm saying? Some people, you don't even want to hear their names at all, but some people, you always want to mention their names and praise them for what they did. They are exemplary leaders. You see what I'm saying? This is how life is. Because such people, they knew that the moment that they won power, they got the votes, they knew that there will be a time that they will step down. So they will do everything the right way, so that when they are stepping down, it's not going to be a disgrace. You can climb up, people will praise you, and you are in your middle zone. Relax, chill, drinks, party, and then you forget that maybe you have to save some money. You forget that you have to get some investment somewhere. You forget that you have to help other people, put other people on the right track, be a mentor. You forgot all of this, and now you are descending. Your rate of descent is very quick, because you don't even have people to support you while your health is not good. At some point when you are getting old, you will need some people to assist you to the hospital. Some people, because you supported them, they will always be there. Because you were their mentor, you were their teacher, they will always be there for you. They will call you once in a while to check on you. They want to make sure you are good. If you need something, they will show up and do it for you. So such people are helping you descend gradually, as compared to because you were so rude, you don't care, you think everything is about yourself. You see what I'm saying? Complacent and arrogant. So the moment that you needed people the most, they are running away from you, because they also don't care about you. Then you are descending gradually, falling quick. You see what I'm saying? So let us be very smart. This is the reasons why you see me posting videos on landing and taking off. I do that all the time. Landing and taking off has a lot of moral lessons to it, and it's all about our life. I love you all. All right.